Here with the Illinois Firearms Association. A lot of gun owners have been asking us over the last 6 to 8 months in the wake of the AR-15 ban from last year, which of course is still being fought over in court. It will be for a very long time. Our amicus briefs are a part of that case, and we hope this case goes to the Supreme Court. Maybe it's going to be the one here. Maybe it's one from Washington State. This issue is hot. Hopefully it goes to Supreme Court for final adjudication down the road. But in the meantime, the question we're being asked a lot is, what is next from the radical left who controls everything right now in Springfield? What is coming out of the governor's office next? What is next for gun control in this state? Where must we be watching out for and being prepared for? So guys, I'm going to give you some information that we're being told right now by our sources in Springfield to make you guys aware of what may be coming up yet this session. The big one right now that we're hearing about is a social media gun control bill. So I'm going to break down what this bill would do. But guys, if you're pressed for time, whatever else you do, hit the link below and make your voice heard. Sign your petition opposing any form of this bill right away, guys, to make sure everyone in Springfield knows where you stand on this issue. So social media gun control, it is kind of the brainchild of this guy right here, this powerhouse of manhood, Daniel Didech, who is a relative newcomer in Springfield. As you can see here, one more shot of his photograph. This is kind of your classic self-loathing liberal politician who hates freedom and hates the Second Amendment. It wants to do anything he can to stop gun owners from exercising their God-given right to keep and bear arms. So Didech has previously filed a bill that would require gun owners to surrender all of our social media handles to the government to allow the state police to investigate our social media profiles as part of applying for a FOID card. Here's a screenshot of his proposal. This is back in 2019. And so as you can see here, this is his whole push a couple of years ago, was to force us to give over our social media credentials to allow the state to investigate our social media presence. And so his idea is that if you post content that is hateful, you can't get a FOID card. If you post content that might be bigoted, you can't get a FOID card. If you post content that is in any way harassing, you can't get a FOID card. The problem with that is that, what does it mean to be bigoted? What does it mean to be harassing? What does it mean to have content that they deem offensive? Because as you and I both know, anybody who stands up these days and has a meme mocking Hillary Clinton or mocking Joe Biden and praising President Trump, we're all automatically labeled as hateful or bigoted. Anybody who posts any kind of a joke that was acceptable in public discourse 10 years ago, heck, if you even dare post a Dave Chappelle short from YouTube right now, you're going to be flagged for posting racially insensitive and or bigoted comments. That's the whole point, right? When a pink-haired psychotic staffer in the back end of a state police barracks is doing this investigation, there is no limit. There is no limit to what they can deem to be offensive or bigoted content. And if you have that kind of content on your social media platform, Dan Didech wants to make sure that you can never even apply for, let alone possess, a FOID card. That is what we are hearing is coming next to Springfield, possibly yet or likely yet this session. So again, hit the link below or above, wherever you're watching this video at, and make your voice heard. Help us shut this down. So he filed this bill several years ago, and he's ripping this language from New York State, because of course New York is always a leader in the gun control movement, New York, California. And so of course Didech is following New York's lead. And what we're being told is that for the last couple of years, he was told to sit down and shut up by his own leadership team. They had other agenda items in the works. Obviously, we know what that was. That was last year's AR-15 ban. But with that in the rearview mirror, as far as they are concerned, this is what we are being told is coming up next. And I just want to be very clear on this. If this kind of legislation becomes law, this would literally open up all of us to being denied a FOID card, because nobody can survive a social media investigation when the radical left has their people digging through your social media profiles. That is the goal of this bill. The other big change from 2019 when he filed this, that being Representative Didech, is that this is actually law now in New York State. part of the gun control omnibus bill that Kathy Hochul signed into law in 2022, put this very language into their law. Now, their law is being challenged in court, just like this law would be challenged in court by us, this bill rather, if it becomes law. The point here is that, as we all know, that takes a very long time. That takes a very, very long time. Far better to shut this down right now in Springfield before it ever gets off the ground. You know, what these commies want above everything else, even more than the AR-15 ban from last year, is the ability to use the bureaucratic process to single-handedly wipe out our right to keep and bear arms without having to go to court to do it. That's what they like. They love red flag laws. They love these types of these admin laws. Any type of admin function, bureaucratic function they can use to attack our gun rights, never having to meet a burden of proof in court. That is what they want, because then they're not simply taking away a firearm or a accessory like a magazine. They get them all. They get them all. And that is the goal behind this bill. Guys, these people hate you. They hate all of us. They hate our freedom, hate the Second Amendment, and they're hell-bent on disarming every single one of us. The AR-15 ban, unfortunately, was just the beginning. If you have any family or friends in a place like California or New York or Maryland or some other hardcore Massachusetts, hardcore blue state, talk to them. You'll find out that there's unfortunately, there's always more freedom they can take away. So we're not by any means done because they banned the sale of AR-15s last year. We're just beginning. This is the next iteration of this fight. And guys, I need you guys to be involved in this battle. Hit the link, like I said, make your voice heard, sign your petition. If you want to get more involved, go to joinilfa.com and get involved in this fight. We'll keep you guys informed, share our videos, and guys, stay free.